In the last Diablo anniversary stream, they explained some of the things coming in the expansion on April 28, and honestly, personally, I left me with very good feelings. In this video we will see and talk about everything from the new endgame to the new loot filter, which gives a new life to Diablo 4. And if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to leave a like. Let's begin the video. Hey everyone, Sire here, and today we will be talking about the new features coming in the new Diablo 4 expansion Lord of Hatred, and we will begin with the war plans. Before, when you reach max level, meaning level 60 in each season, which by the way now in Lord of Hatred we will be able to go up to 70, you had to keep doing the same type of activities you were doing while leveling. I mean Nightmare Dungeons, the Season Quest, Hell Tides, among other activities. Therefore, it was repeating these same activities over and over with the purpose of improving your builds, but it felt very monotonous and with little reward. Now, with the addition of war plans, we can do this type of activities but following a path, so to speak. And we also choose it ourselves. What does this activity path end in? Better rewards, meaning more gratification, since you control the endgame and the activities you enjoy the most, so they become more satisfying and with better rewards for your playstyle. In this image on the left, there are some symbols like a blacksmith, and honestly I have no idea what it will be used for, since they show the new endgame more very briefly. And something I found very good, which we have here in the image on the right, is this type of upgrades or levels that we can customize to improve the experience and rewards of the activities that the Diablo 4 endgame has. This will be as shown in the image from level 1 to 7, where we will be able to add points to improve the final experience of the game. Also, it is for each activity the game has as shown in the image. We have layer bosses, Nightmare Dungeons, the Pit, the Whispering Tree, and among others. In summary, the experience and the rewards improve based on what we level up and complete. Honestly, it is a great addition to the endgame because it was becoming repetitive and tedious to play each season. Each time, it felt less valuable to play the activities, and this expansion arrives at a good moment to improve the quality of life of every season in the game. They also added a new activity called Echoing Hatred, which honestly is quite addictive and fun to play since we have infinite levels, meaning infinite hordes of monsters, and we will also level up as we complete these hordes. Meaning we finish some waves in Torment 1 and the game says, okay, you completed, we will give you more difficulty, and it raises it to Torment 2, and so on until you reach a point where you only depend on your skill to dodge and attack at the same time, since it will become harder and harder. That is why there are some pylons on the map as seen in the video, so we can use them wisely while battling these infinite hordes of monsters. Also, at a certain point in these infinite hordes, multiple bosses will start appearing that you must defeat to increase the difficulty of these hordes, and it depends a lot of the level we are. It was also confirmed that there will be Torment V difficulty, since in the gameplay they show of this new activity we can see the difficulty being increased to this torment. In summary, we have a fresh new activity, a new place to search for the items you need for your build, besides being very entertaining and addictive to play. We cannot talk more than this since it's what they have shown us, but I'm quite excited to be able to try it. One of the best additions in my opinion is the radical change being made to the skill tree. We will have a better variety of passives for our abilities and also elemental changes. Why do I like this so much? Because I love trying new builds, and having more options helps to explore theory crafting and get more builds options than what we currently have. Why is this addition of more passives or sub-skills given to main skills also good? Like the elemental changes, because for example, Pulverize has Raging Pulverize and nothing else. The other option has basically never been used since the game launch. Therefore, there were passives or sub-skills, so to speak, that were practically useless. And here they show an example with the Sorcerer, where Hydra will have more passives to have more range and variety of playstyles. Obviously, there will always be one stronger than the other, but this gives you more option to play different styles within the game. Besides, all those extra passives add to the skill. Now we will be able to change the element of that skill, turning it from fire to ice. This means Hydra will now have more options and synergizes with Aspects, Paragon and Gear in general, meaning more build options, which translates into more playstyles. Imagine, in the case of the Druid, a Poison Lightning Storm, or maybe some lightning damage boulders spinning around. I don't know, honestly I am quite hyped with everything that could come in the future of Diablo 4. In summary, we have a much more sophisticated skill tree with more and better options, meaning something more customizable that we adapt to every playstyle, without adapt something the game absolutely needed. We continue with another addition to the game that is incredible, and that is sets. We are talking about 20 different sets per class, which increases the build variety within the game, plus the newest skill tree. Together, this is crazy. Once you obtain this talisman, you will be given a charm plus its corresponding sets. Once you have them, you must place this Horadric seal that we have in the image, and we unlock all these benefits. More armor, for example, and also being able to keep the sets and gain the dark pack with the respective benefit. For example, in this set we have Fova of the Narrow Eye, which increases our movement speed and the damage to our marksman skills. In simple words, when we obtain 2 set pieces. But if we have 3 pieces of this set, it will give us an extra benefit. In this same one, for example, it gives us a Dark Shroud every 2 seconds while Vengeance is active. And we also gain 25 damage reduction. Here we have one of all the 8 level sets, and this one specifically is for the Rogue. In summary, it is an addition to keep increasing build variety for every type of player. Here, we arrive to one of the most awaited mechanics by the community, which is the Horadric Cube, which many already know, but if not, stay here because I will explain it. In this cube, we will be able to combine materials, unlock additional properties for your builds, and forge items that adapt to your playstyle. And here, as shown in the image, we can do different things with this cube, such as salvaging uniques that are useless to obtain materials from them, craft unique charms for our talisman and be able to increase our power level with these sets, transmography items if you don't like the designs of some. And here, for example, we will also be able to upgrade yellow items that have a good base. I mean ones that have affixes with potential to be an item that serves our builds. Here a material is shown that I have no idea what is, obviously, but overall you can see we will be able to increase our crafting possibilities and not only go looking for loot. Instead, this cube makes everything have more value, so to speak. They show a clear example with this string that has these affixes, and then in the Horadric Cube plus a certain amount of materials, you will be able to add an affix as shown in the video. And of course, by having another affix, you will be able to go to the legendary upgrade section, and maybe that ring can help you improve or complete your build. Obviously, that ring does not look very good, but the idea is understood. Also, this comes together with the loot filter to personalize your item search and not have the screen full of unnecessary things. In summary, the addition of the Horadric Cube gives you more customization and also gives more life to what a good RPG game is, because what this game seeks is I have a build, I farm with that build, I improve my build, I test the level of that build, and then I repeat this process until I become as powerful as possible. That is why this addition gives life to the game by having more possibilities to craft your playstyle and what you need to make it a satisfying game to play, not only with the loot that drops from monsters. As I said before, this loot filter arrives at a good moment with everything new coming to itemization in the game. The first thing we have to notice is that it's an option we have inside the game. There is nothing to download, not copy to be able to use it. It is fully customizable to your style, and you will have it in an options tab shortly. As we can see, we have filters from legendary items, mythic, talisman, unique items, weapons, and even another 35 options as we can see here. Also, we can change the color to whichever we prefer. As we can see here, it's a very specific and well-made filter, honestly, since we will be able to filter items that have graded affix, for example, and I suppose, as it says there, that you can choose that graded affix in addition to all the other options. The only thing that worries me about this loot filter is that all these options are good, but we also need materials, and those items that are here, for example, help me to have more materials, so I don't know how they will be in the end, since they did not explain it well either. Maybe a pet that salvages everything useless will be a spectacular addition to the game from day one of the expansion. Well guys, the hype is real for the expansion. I really like the integration of all these new mechanics in itemization and in the endgame in general. I think it will give more life to the game. It will not end 1 week after the season begins. We will have a lot of variety of things that they also have not explained yet. We have not seen everything coming to the classes, for example. They have not given us details of the Warlock either, of the campaign, or fishing, which might be a new activity, and among other things like leveling, Paragon, etc. I would like to believe this is the correct direction the game should take, listening to its community and adding things that give the game longevity and the true Diablo identity. I hope you liked the video and do not forget to leave your opinions in the comments. Also, leaving a like and subscribing helps a lot to grow this channel. I would really appreciate it. See you in another video. See you in the sanctuary. Goodbye.